Welcome to Pink Radio with Prestige. This is the place for you, the diva boss entrepreneur who needs quick tips on building your crave-worthy brand. This is your host, Nicole Doss, CEO of the Prestige Society, a membership organization for women entrepreneurs who believe in building powerful networks while slanging in their industries. So I want you to go ahead and grab your favorite cup of coffee and get your favorite tips right here with Prestige.
Hello, my fabulous girl bosses and my Pink Radio with Prestige community. Give me a moment as I fix my mic, and I don't want to have a lot of sound going on. So, listen, today we are talking about the importance of building your tribe. And I want to just introduce to you this whole concept of tribe. When we talk about a tribe, what we're really talking about is a group of clients who are 110% loyal to your brand. The reason why we're talking about building a tribe in this particular series is to really start talking about the need to explore how to build membership opportunities with your tribe. Now, the reality is that a lot of people don't think that a tribe is something that, or a membership is something that is important for their particular business or even their industry. But there's a book that I read about 2 years ago that's called The Membership Economy. And it's written by Robbie Kellman Baxter. And it is awesome. And let me just tell you what it says. It says, find your super users, master the forever transaction, and build recurring revenue. And that's the one thing that is the theme throughout the book, right? It's trying to get you to understand that you should not think of your business as a one-time transaction with your customers. And when you only think of your business in that realm, you are seriously leaving money on the table. So let's break it down, because you know how I like to work. I like to break down with 3 major tips. So the first thing I want you to know is that no matter what, and this is not one of the 3 tips, this is just what I want you to take home with you and what I really want you to understand. No matter the industry you are in, I challenge you to begin thinking about what type of membership tribal community that you can create where someone would pay you every month for access to information, content, or products, okay? Because the reality is the opportunity is there. If you can't see the opportunity, that means there's a barrier in the way that you think about your business and the way that you can actually create or generate an income with this type of community. But it's definitely there, okay? So here we go. Number 1. The reason why you want to talk about building your tribe is because this gives you the opportunity to have repeatable and sustainable income. Now, in the beginning, it's not going to be great income because you have to build it, right? So what happens is that what you will see is that every month, this individual, as long as you are providing the right information, valuable information, consistently every month, if your delivery and your promise are aligned, so the promise is what you say they are going to get, and the delivery is actually what they receive. As long as those things are aligned, you're great. You're going to be fine. And you'll find that people will stay with you, and it'll be repeatable and sustainable every month. The difference here is when we talk about one-time transactions versus using and building a tribe. And using meaning using a tribe method, but actually building a tribe community. What happens is that now you are focusing in on not just saying thank you for buying my book or thank you for buying my t-shirt or thank you for buying blah blah blah. Like, you're not just saying that. You're saying I want to have some type of touch point with my potential clients every single month. I want to give them information. I want to love on my tribe every single month, not one time and hoping that they come back. Every single month. So once again, number 1, you have the opportunity now to build repeatable and sustainable income. Number two, you now have the opportunity to build brand loyalty. So when you are able to touch your client base, your tribe, your members every single month, when you're able to pour into them, we're going to talk about what you pour into them, but if you're able to pour into them in a way where you are giving them information that solves the problem that they have. And let me back up. Remember, when you have a business, the reason why your business exists is to solve a problem for a targeted market. Let me repeat that. The reason why you have a business is to provide a solution to the problem of a specific targeted market. So if you are a fitness coach, there's usually a niche, a certain angle to your particular delivery of how you coach your clients. So let's just say you like to create really fun dance move type of, not so much Zumba-esque, but sure, Zumba-esque type of aerobic type of jazzercise movements to music that is relevant to today. And the reason why is because your targeted market are usually women from the ages of 25 to 35 who don't enjoy going to the gym but love great music and love to dance, and they see dancing as fun, where they see working out as being, well, work. And so you're able to then help solve the problem for that person, because that person knows that they should be working out. They're just not motivated to do so. So what you're doing is you're solving the problem, because when you provide the solution, then you're reaching this targeted demographic where you're saying, okay, now I create a solution where now they can work out, now they can have healthier lives, where they can live longer, where they don't have disease like heart disease or high blood pressure, because now I have a solution that will help this demographic, and this is what it looks like, okay? So that's why I'm saying your business should be a solution to the problems that your target market is experiencing. Okay, so now that we're clear on that. So when you are creating your repeatable and sustainable income, it's because you are passionate and you are an advocate for that targeted market. And when you are providing information to them every single month that is of value because it is helping them consistently solve that problem, that's where that number two comes in, where you are building that brand loyalty, because your purpose for your business is focused on that targeted market. And so therefore, that's how you're able to build your brand loyalty, through consistency and through aligning your purpose and your promise to what it is that they're actually getting. Okay, we're clear? All right, so now we're moving to number three. And number three is, now this is going to allow you to diversify and add streams to your business. So let's talk about that a little bit. Most of us have a business where we are really focused on one stream. And it could be as simple as the stream is either extremely lucrative, so there's no reason for you to maybe diversify at this moment. Maybe it's because the stream is time consuming, so to add an additional stream seems impossible. But the reality is that one thing is for sure, you definitely have peaks and valleys, highs and lows with the volume of your business. Now, it may be that whether it's a peak or a valley, and this is honestly only for a few folks. Like when I really think about baking and all of these, awesome custom cake designers, as I will call them, make these phenomenal cakes. It seems like, honestly, they're busy all year round, because granted, maybe wedding season may have its peaks, highs and lows. Everybody has a birthday, right? Every single day of the year, somebody is born. So there's a birthday request, there's multiple birthday requests, maybe there's a retirement party request, maybe there's multiple anniversary requests, maybe there's certain events where they want those cakes to be present. So I feel like when it comes to bakers, these cake designers, they're always busy. But if you think about it, for event planners, there's usually peak season for them. So they know when wedding season is like on a high, and then when wedding season seems to be a little bit low. When you think about even hairstylists in certain cultures, right, you may notice that it's really high in a certain season, maybe sometimes in the winter and the fall, but in summertime people may try to get more productive styles that they can go away and go to, the beach and be able to still enjoy their vacation and not ruin their hair. So they'll find a protective style that would last longer than if they just went and got their hair done every 2 weeks. So every business may notice a peak and a low season. And because of that, when there's a low season, there's going to be a need for you to be able to maintain your flow of income that will allow you to sustain your livelihood. And when we start looking at things like memberships and looking at building tribes, what's really cool about this is that it allows you to add to your multiple streams of income. So here's a few things I want you to keep in mind when you begin to build your tribe, because this is something that I am so passionate about. It is the way that I have built the Prestige brand, and you see it more and more. You see it at Costco's. You can't shop there unless you're a member. You see it at Sam's. You can't shop there unless you're a member. You see it with Netflix, with Hulu. You cannot view and have access to the content unless you pay a subscription, which means you're what? A member. You can't have access to Amazon Fire Stick and to their things unless you have some type of membership to some of the other things that they're offering. I mean, there's all these things out here that we don't even realize have a tribe model, and you are a member of said tribe. So let me even give you an example. If you go to CVS, what do they ask you for? A CVS card. That means that then you have access to certain deals, which is what? A membership. You don't realize it, but it is, because let's even talk about if you go to Walgreens or even Macy's and certain gas stations. If you hold a Plenty card, when you rack up a certain amount of points with the Plenty card, you can use that towards your purchase. And what that allows you to do, it allows you to continue to shop with those brands who are linked to that Plenty network. And it allows you to stay loyal because you want to build those points up. So you stay loyal to those brands so that you can then take advantage of the benefits. That's a tribal community that's created. It's crazy how it's so embedded into how we live that we don't even realize it, and then we don't even try to take advantage of it with our own businesses. I always say if it's good enough for Fortune 500, you should really consider it for your small business. So definitely some of the things I want you to take into consideration when you're building these tribal communities is that, one, it really becomes a form of group coaching. So we'll talk a little bit about how you can build some of these levels. And of course, I have a course, so I'll create it for you guys if you want to learn more information. But when you think about it, your job is to help people and give them some type of information and value. So definitely, I want you to start thinking about it as a form of group coaching. And if you think about it as a sense of group coaching, this is going to lead me to number 2, which is then you can't own the success of your members. So you can only, because that's one thing that coaching teaches you, right? Like, you can't own the success of your clients. You can give them access to information. You can allow them or ask them questions, open-ended questions to allow them to have a self-discovery, but your job is not to advise. Your job is not to impose your opinion. When you're coaching, you're just asking these open-ended questions and you're allowing them to come to their own sense of self-discovery. So even if you're giving information and you're teaching and you're educating to help, the reason why I said it's a form of group coaching is because it has to lead to number 2, which is you can't own the success of your members, which means you can only own what you are going to promise your clients, your tribe, your members, which is going to be the information at each level, or the content or the amount of access at each level of their membership that you're going to provide to them, right? As offerings. So if you offer level 1 with a certain amount of access, then your job is to deliver that information. So that's something that I want you to keep in mind. And then also, it takes time. It's a seed. You plant the seed, and over time, it will begin to grow. You have to be consistent And you have to look at it as you taking care of this stream just like you would any other stream. So you have to be in the business of people. You have to know how to like people. You have to know how to recruit people. You have to know how to engage people. If you are not a people person, really think about membership economies or membership type of tribal communities that really just engage people off of the content. So if you can just provide content, one of the biggest things, I'm trying to talk my husband into this and he's so hard-headed, but nowadays everyone's a vlogger, everyone's a YouTube vlogger, everyone is some type of blogger, if you will. Everyone is some type of just something where they're building projects and content. And so one of the things that is really important is that you need music, right? You need music for your intros and outros of your videos. You need music for your podcast. You just heard some from what I use for my podcast. Maybe there's certain online video content that you're building for workshops. And a lot of that needs music. And even producers, there are musicians who are able to compose music. You can create music, sound bites that people can use for their projects. And videographers are always the same thing, where you're able to, maybe do video clips where now people can actually insert them into their certain projects that they're using. You can have it where if you build certain levels of membership, guess what? They can have access to a certain amount of your things for this paid amount. So maybe you can download 3 tracks or 3 clips of video for said price. So those are things that I really want you guys to take into consideration. No matter what industry you are in, you most definitely have the ability to be able to create a membership tribe or a membership community where people can always have access to your content on an ongoing basis. So it takes time to grow. So just so I can hit these points really quick one more time, it is really important to understand that when you begin to move into this space of having your membership tribe, you're building repeatable and sustainable income. Also, it helps you build brand loyalty among your tribe as well as diversify your streams of income. And remember, it does become a form of group coaching. So with that, you cannot own the success of your members, but you can definitely stay committed to the promise and the purpose that you have set forth with the levels of access to content and information that you said you were going to do in each level of your membership. And lastly, it takes time. So what you're going to do is you're going to stay focused on this particular podcast if you are more interested in how do you do this. Also, we are kicking off our Build Your Tribe workshop. So if you want to learn more, trust me, I am a trainer at heart. That's what my education is in. So I am here to help you build and grow. All right, guys, that's it for me. I'm going to head on out. This is your girl, Nicole Doss. Have a wonderful, awesome, and fabulous day. Bye.